What's going on, you guys? What's up? Let me pin this comment so you know what we are talking about. Let me turn my volume up. My do not disturb is on. What is going on, lovely people? Happy Tuesday. Did y'all miss me? Y'all miss me? Okay, have y'all missed me? I haven't, let me see, it's probably been about a month or so since I've been live, and a lot of exciting things have been happening. What's going on, everyone coming in? A lot of exciting things has been happening for me personally and in my business. Some things that y'all will see very shortly. You know, we're going to be rolling out some things. I've been enhancing Tax Boss Academy. I have been really just feeling myself in my newfound role, even in my own company, which is exciting within that. It doesn't matter how much money you're making or what role you're playing in your business. If you want better, if you want more, you can always create that. And that's exactly what I'm doing. What's going on, Christy? And that's exactly what I'm doing currently in my business, behind the scenes, enhancing my business, making sure that I am functioning as the role that I want to function in. And that came with a lot of come to Jesus moments and actually implementing certain things to make sure I'm actually getting to my goals and making sure that I am functioning in a way in my business that I only want to function in. I no longer want to do the things I don't want to do, okay? And I'm actually moving more in that direction, and that is just very exciting. Very exciting. I'll probably, you know what, that'll probably be a topic sometime soon, maybe in the next month or so, just really making sure that you're positioning yourself within your own business to maximize your superpower. Okay, because in business sometimes, especially if you're just beginning, you're doing a lot of things, you're wearing a lot of hats. Fortunately, in my business, I haven't been wearing a lot of hats in a while. However, there was still room for me to grow and to even take off. You know, if I was, maybe at first I was wearing 10 hats, maybe a decade ago, now as of recently, I might have been wearing 3 hats. I want to wear 1 hat, like forever. And I want it to be a great hat. So that's exactly what I've been doing. I've been very excited about it. So let's go ahead and get into today's topic. What's going on, Instagram family? What's going on, YouTube family? What is going on? If y'all have any questions while I'm doing this live, go ahead and type it in the question mark bubble or comment in the comments, of course. Before I get started, let me introduce myself because I'm bad at introducing myself. So for those of you all who are not familiar with me, I am Tatiani Favors. I am a tax business coach, which is just a fancy way of saying I am a business coach for tax professionals. I have the pleasure of teaching people how to start, build, and scale profitable tax businesses. Heavy on the business, okay? Heavy on the business. And I've been in the taxation industry for 18 years. So I absolutely love what I do. And I'm here to teach y'all everything that I know, okay? Today we're going to talk about starting a tax business from scratch. So we're not going to get into exactly how to start a tax business from scratch because I actually am hosting a 5-day challenge starting next week. Okay, March 27th through the 31st, all next week, on how to start a tax business from scratch. Click the link in my bio, go ahead and register. All right, there are 3 options. There's a free option, a general admission, and a VIP package. Of course, If you want to maximize your experience, I heavily encourage you to get the VIP access. You are paying for access. You're paying for additional Q&A sessions and sessions with me. You're paying for the replays and also the workbook. So you get the whole kit and caboodle when you get the VIP package, okay? But again, there's general admissions and a free option if you like. I just want you in the room to get the information, okay? And I want to explain to you all, especially since y'all are used to seeing me at least once a week. I think I've been gone for about a month and a half from live. I've been very active in my communities. So if you're not part of any of my communities, I have a free Facebook community called Mind Your Tax Business. I have a broadcast channel on Instagram. That is the new broadcast channels that they have rolled out called Mind Your Tax Business. Just tap in, and that's a free option. Just tap into what I'm doing so you can get information from me at any time. You can always DM me or send me a private message. I'm very responsive with my DMs. My team and I are on them, and majority of the time it's definitely me responding. So definitely there are ways to keep in touch, okay? But for those of you all who are not familiar with me, or since y'all haven't seen me in like a month and a half, you want to pretend like you don't know what I'm about, let me explain to you what my message is and why every time you see me, I'm going to be drilling my message in your head, because it's very important to me. It's very important to me. My message is very important for me to find the people who I'm meant to impact. And it's very important for me to find those people who are going to be committed to enhancing their lives and changing their own narratives. Okay. And what I mean by changing their narratives is that, to be honest, and this is a statistical fact. This didn't come from Tatiana. You can Google this, you can whatever. But more than 50% of people who have a job have little to no money after they pay their bills. Okay? And that's probably most of you who are listening to me now, whether you are, hey, everyone coming in, whether you are watching me live or watching this on a replay. After you pay your bills, if you can even pay your bills on time, you have little to no money. So you're literally living paycheck to paycheck. Okay? You're literally living paycheck to paycheck. So my mission, okay? My mission is to help you. Hey, what's going on, Terry? To help you, especially if you fall in that statistic of people who, after you pay your bills, have little to no money left over for yourself to do whatever you like, to create an additional stream of income without leaving your job. Okay, because I know how important that is. A lot of you, even though your job barely meets your needs, you're still hesitant to let it go. Okay, you're still hesitant to let that security blanket go for whatever reason, whether it's the benefits that you receive, whether you just like knowing you're going to be paid on a certain day. Okay, you are hesitant to let that go, and that's fine. I have created a school, okay, and an academy, and that's exactly what the Tax Boss Academy is, to help you create a permanent additional stream of income so you can have something to fall back on, so you can have something in addition to your job, okay? Because let me tell you, one stream of income is too close to none. If you only have one stream of income, that's way too close to having no streams of income, okay? We all saw what happened when COVID hit. You saw how disposable you can be to these companies, okay? It's either you or them, and they're going to pick them every time. So to have that backbone, to have that something to fall back on, okay, is very important. It's priority. It's paramount to your life, to your kids' lives, to whoever you take care of, to whatever experiences you want to have in your life, for whatever your reason is, because everyone's why is different. Everyone's reason is different. But my job and where I come in at is I teach you how to create that additional stream of income. I have a lot of people who come to me and they like binge watch my YouTube videos or my videos on Instagram or whatever, and they DM me. And if I could show y'all my DMs, it's like a mini episode of like Dr. Phil. It's something, and I think it's such a blessing. So let me just say that I think it's a blessing. But people really open up to me, and I'm very flattered, and I find that, okay, I'm doing something right because these people are opening up with their fears, their hesitation, all of that. And all of that plays a part into why you either take action or you don't. Okay? Why you take action or you don't. And enough people have told me over the years that that they're hesitant to start a new endeavor because they've tried other endeavors before and they failed. Okay, they've tried, and I'm just throwing out stuff. So don't nobody, I don't want no hit dogs, okay, hollering. But they tried, travel agency. They tried to sell waist trainers and tees. They tried this business, that business, and it just didn't work for them. So how do they know that this will work? And to them, before I even answer the question to what Tax Boss Academy provides or any of my products or services provide, the first thing that I acknowledge and bring to their attention, and the first thing that I'm going to acknowledge and bring to your attention is, firstly, you have to come to a decision within yourself that you're going to try again, that your current life and your current circumstances are, I don't want to say so bad, but you want to change your current circumstances that bad or so much that you are willing to try again. You are willing to bet on yourself again. You are willing to do what it takes to get to where you're going. You fail your way to the top. Y'all think that I haven't failed before? Like, I have been in the corner, curled up, crying. It might as well have been a Lifetime movie. You hear me? Snot out of my nose, crying that hard because I failed. I was embarrassed. I lost money. I, was even called a failure or thought of to be a failure by other people. But when you fail, there is something magical that happens, okay? And failing is subjective. Okay, I like to call it now learning experiences, either expensive lessons or learning experiences, because failing this just shows you how not to do something, I like to put. So how Tax Boss Academy even came about was because of a failure and because of me wanting to expand something and duplicate myself. But on the way, I failed plenty of times. I have given my best game to some people for, and I don't want to say like this, like I gave my best game to people for free. But before I became a coach, this is how I knew I could become a coach, is because I was just having conversations with people, telling them my experiences, what I did, what I implemented to enhance my tax business. And they started implementing them, and it worked for them. It was never my goal. I wasn't like, yeah, I'm going to become a coach. I don't even like people all like that, for real. I'm like, I don't want to deal with people and teach people. And God showed me, like, this was not my goal. But I'm here and it's my purpose. And that's why I talk to you the way I talk to y'all. I love y'all sunset heart hands and everything. That's why I'm so in your face, because I wish someone was in my face like this. Okay. My issue when I started my tax business was I was very great at tax preparation. Real quick background about me. I have my bachelor's degree in accounting. Okay, I have a lot of real life experience. I worked for Liberty Tax Service for a tax season, and then I went to work for a tax law firm owned by a black man. He was a tax attorney for years, and that's where I learned a whole different type of tax preparation on an entirely different level. Business tax prep, individual tax prep on a very robust and high level, tax resolution, both federal and state, which is essentially tax audits, tax planning, tax strategy. So I've played at a high level with the big boys throughout my career when I was actually in it, in the thick of it, right? So it was my goal to just own a super profitable tax and accounting firm. Like, that was my goal. I knew I was going to be an entrepreneur, but I thought my claim to fame, and not really fame, but my claim to my yacht, because I wanted a yacht. That was like my only goal in life, like over a decade ago, was because I was going to have a super successful tax and accounting firm. That was my goal, right? And my mistake, and I failed like the whole way until I figured it out. And that's what I teach y'all, okay? But my thing was, I knew how to do the thing. And the thing was tax preparation or tax planning, or I knew how to provide that service. But I did not know how to run a business. And so that's what I tell you all. That's part of my main message. Just because you know how to prepare a tax return does not mean you know how to run a business. So when I have challenges like I have next week, click the link in my bio, or if this is YouTube, click the link in the description box to go ahead and sign up. When I have things like start a tax business from scratch, and I have you tax professionals that's like, I've been preparing taxes for 5 years, for 10 years. I already got my tax business. Maybe. I'm not saying you don't. What I'm saying is, just because you've been preparing taxes for 5, 10, 15 years doesn't mean you know how to run a business. And it doesn't even mean that you are running a business. Okay, you might be, just because you prepare taxes, that means you're self-employed at best. I develop people into business owners, and people use those terms interchangeably. Self-employed, business owner. They're two totally different words that mean two totally different things. Let me tell you what they mean in a nutshell. Want to hear it? Here it is. Okay, so self-employed. Self-employment means, in a nutshell, you have to show up to make money. You have to show up to make money, meaning you have to prepare the tax return in order to make money to get paid. If you do not show up, then you do not get paid. Boom, you're self-employed. And you can do that without working for anyone else. If you are a business owner, you personally don't have to show up to get paid. You have the proper systems in place. You have the proper team in place. So it doesn't matter if you're asleep in a hospital, skydiving, or on vacation. Your business is still functioning. Revenue is still being made. That is the ultimate goal, to get you to be a business owner. Okay? For you to be a business owner. That's TaxBoss Academy's ultimate goal. That's my ultimate goal for you. That's where I'm at. Okay. So even though you've been preparing taxes, you may need to go back in your business, identify the gaps that are missing, and fill in those gaps. You might be functioning as a sole proprietor. Okay. That's a no-go. That's functioning in mediocrity over here. Okay, in order to be a business, in order to be respected as a business and actually own a tax business, you have to become a business, which means that you need to have some type of entity structure, a LLC, which is a limited liability company, a corporation, whether it's a C Corp or S Corp or a partnership. Those are legally formed business entities. Okay, we're going to go over that day one in the workshop. Okay, we're going to go over that. That's the 27th. Okay, we're going to go over that day one in the workshop under business creation, how to legally create your actual business. Because again, my message is not to make you a tax preparer, but to make you a business owner. So whenever you see me talking, whether it's live, YouTube, come to my classes, workshops, or whatnot, I'm not always going to be talking about marketing, tax clients, getting tax clients. There are so many things that you have to do as a business owner before you even think about getting clients. Okay? It is my duty, like I take this personally, it is my duty, okay, to make sure that you are thinking like a CEO from the very beginning. When you decide you want to start your tax business, I don't want you entering into this industry thinking as a worker. Okay? I don't want you coming in this industry thinking I'm going to prepare all the taxes. No, because you can't scale that. Okay? You can make a little coin, but you can't scale that. In order for you to truly become a business owner, I have you think like a CEO when you come in the door. That was my mistake. When I started my business, I was too much in the sauce. Okay? I knew how to prepare taxes, so I was a tax preparer. But since I was a tax preparer, I was also the marketer. I was also the admin. I was also this, that, and the third, right? I was doing too much. You cannot work on your business and work in your business at the same time. It just won't happen. Okay. So it's my goal, and this is exactly how I teach, is to ensure that you are functioning as a CEO and approaching your business with that mindset from the very beginning, because that's what's going to separate you from everyone else with a tax business. Because y'all know everybody and their daddy prepare taxes now. Okay, let them go ahead and prepare taxes. You come in this industry and run a profitable tax business. And that's what I teach you. So first of all, become a business. Become a business. We're going to go over that during day one, becoming a business. We're not going to talk about software. We're not talking about no clients yet. We're not talking about marketing. We're not talking about no social media page. We are talking about what it legally takes for you to be a legal business on paper. Okay? Because in order for this to be a permanent additional stream of income for you, you have to become a business. It can't just be another trade, okay? It has to be a business with a certain set of structure, okay? That's structured in a way that is built and set up like a business, something that you can scale. And I want you to be thinking about that from the very beginning, okay? Then we move on to day 2. We move on to ensuring that you are a legal tax preparer or a legal tax business owner, both federal and state-wise. Why is this important? So you won't go to jail. That's it. Yep. So you won't go to jail, or so you won't get fined. Okay. In order to legally charge people and accept money for tax preparation services, you have to be a legal tax preparer. Even if you yourself aren't preparing the taxes, if you own the business, you still have to be legally set up to accept these funds. Okay. What does that mean? Federally is easy. And when I say federal, I mean IRS. IRS is a federal entity, right? So the requirements for IRS is easy. 18 or older, and you need your P10, your preparer's tax identification number, which is simply a number that identifies a tax preparer, right? Yeah, that's it. For you to legally prepare taxes, okay? Before we even get into e-fins and all of that, that's the next step. But to legally prepare taxes, you need your P10. It needs to be of age, right? That's it. Now, most states mimic federal, aka the IRS. However, some states require a little bit more. For example, California. California requires you to actually take and pass a standardized test for you to become a legal tax professional. Okay, so we're going to go over all of those during day 2. And if you have access to, if you get the, I know it comes in a VIP package. I think it comes in a general admissions package. I have to look at it. But you'll have access to your state and what is required for you to become a legal tax preparer in that state. Okay, because we all know what the federal requirements are. Now it really just depends on what your state says. Okay. Day 3, we're going to talk about additional services. I felt that this was very important to bring to your attention in the beginning. When you are first starting your business, so many people are like, okay, yeah, I'm going to start a tax business. I'm going to offer notary services. I'm going to do credit repair. I'm going to do accounting. I'm going to do bookkeeping. I'm going to do all these other things. And without getting in too deep on what we'll actually discuss during day 3, let me just leave you with this question. Is tax preparation the only service you should offer? Okay, especially in the beginning. Or should you diversify your tax business immediately? That's something that you need to think about in the beginning. That's something that you need to consider in the beginning, okay? I encourage thinking. Sounds very weird, but in a world where not a lot of people think, even entrepreneurs and even sometimes as business owners, we think we're thinking, but we're actually going through the day and we're just busy. We're just doing stuff. We might be thinking about the task that we're doing. We might be thinking about the next task that we have to do. We might be thinking about how we got to pick up the kids later, thinking about what's for dinner, but we're not actually big picture thinking, okay? Thinking about what is the plan? Where do I want to take this? What is the trajectory of my tax business? Am I only going to offer tax prep services, or do I want to offer other services? Okay, if I decide to offer other services, am I going to do so immediately? Or am I going to wait a while? Okay, what is a while, and what do I need to have in place before I do that? That type of thinking matters in a business, and that is what's going to separate those people who are successful versus those who, you might fail again and be like, oh, I tried and I knew I was going to fail and all of this stuff. You have to do your part too. Okay. Then day 4, we're going to get real practical. We're going to get real, take off all the makeup, all of that, and really discuss what you truly need to have a functional tax business, okay? Now, there's what you really need, and then there's things that are nice to have, okay? And what you have to determine is, or actually what you have to ensure is that you have definitely the basics. Okay, if I say you need these 4 things to actually run your tax business, the basics to start accepting clients, then if nothing else, you need to have those things. Now, there are some things that are nice to have. There are some things that'll make your life easier. There are some things that will give you your time back. There are some things that, are more effective and efficient. But sometimes, not sometimes, most of the time, those things come with you have to pay for. Or you have to establish other things first, which is fine. In Tax Boss Academy, we teach you that. But let's get practical on what this actually means. And on day 4, we're going to talk about that. Because again, I want you all to know what's down the road so you can prepare yourself more effectively for what's down the road. Okay? That's one thing. When I started, I didn't have I didn't have someone teaching the game like this. I had people who knew how to prepare taxes and were great at tax strategy and representing clients and tax resolution, but not actually running the business. No one to say, hey, there's a pothole up there, so you might want to veer to the left. Like none of that. Okay. So in my mind, it should take you all way less time to reach your financial goals than it took me, because I had to figure out everything myself. I had to fail again. Like my middle name was like fail. Okay. Until I figured it out. But with y'all, I'm giving y'all the game up front. I'm letting you know what it is up front. Okay. And so you can say, you know what? Okay, that's ahead of me. Let me plan. Okay. And we help you plan. We hold your hand. We give you that mentor support. Okay. That you need. All right. And then day 5, then we talk about how to get clients. Okay. Then we talk about how to get clients. So you see, we go through 4 days before we even talk about getting clients. Okay. Because when you are starting your tax business, and some of you all who've already started, you have not implemented even certain things that we'll go over in this challenge. That's why even if you start, just be in the room, join free, just be there on time and join, just get this information. Okay. So you can go back and fill in the gaps. Okay. Because if you're not making at least $30,000 per tax season, not per year, per tax season between January and we'll just say May, because some people still come. So we'll just say, I'll give you an extra 15 days. We'll say May. Between January and May, if you are not making $30K from your tax business, then you need help. Okay? Then you need help. Because making $30,000 in a tax season is the minimum, is the standard. Okay. And not a fluke, not like, oh, I made $30,000 back in 2019 and I've made, 15,000 here, 25 here. No, if you make 30K once, then the next year needs to be 38 or better. Then the next year it needs to be even more. If you're not making $30,000 per tax season in your tax business per tax season, then you need assistance. Then you need help. That's not a read. That's just an eye opener. Then you have to go back and see and identify the gaps in your tax business and fill them. Okay? You have to have a come to Jesus moment with yourself. Don't let your ego keep you broke. It's so many people out here who egos keep them broke. It is ridiculous. And now all you have to lean on is what you're preparing for. Oh yeah, I'm preparing for tax season, but are you really? Because I honestly don't think that anyone is really preparing for tax season unless you're a part of Tax Boss Academy, honestly. Because the way that we prepare and the way that we get funky with it and the length of time that we prepare, at minimum 5 months, and how my people are ready. If my students in Tax Boss Academy is going against anyone in y'all preparation, y'all, it's no competition. Because my people ready. They're not only ready on paper and ready in execution, they're ready mentally. Ooh, they're ready mentally. You know what I'm saying? And I want you all to be ready mentally and on paper and in every way that you can be, right? So definitely join. Click the link in my bio or click the link in the description box. Join this 5-day challenge. And it's more like a workshop, actually. I think after this month, I'll change it to a workshop because we get into work. Okay, that's one thing about me. I don't just talk to talk because I love to talk and love to hear my voice. No, I talk to explain what I want you to do. Okay, because the transformation is in the execution. It's not just listening to me talk. This isn't a TED talk. Okay, I talk to explain to you what I want you to do and why, so you can understand that, and for you to take the time to execute on what I'm telling you to do. Because that's where the transformation is. From you sitting down, making the time, creating the time to finish these worksheets, to answer these questions, to intentionally think about the trajectory of your tax business and everything else. Okay? So let me bring this full circle. I think I started to say this in the beginning, but let me say it now. People say, I've tried different entrepreneurial endeavors before and I failed. How is this different? Well, I don't know what you tried before. And in addition to you making the decision to commit to yourself that you want to change your circumstances and you want to try something again, the difference between my program, Tax Boss Academy, and anything that I offer is that I not only show you how to do things, but I explain the why behind why we're doing things and why we're doing things at this time. okay? I explain to you not only how to do things, okay, but why we're doing it so you can understand why you're moving in such a manner. Okay, I take the time to not only tell you how to get clients and how to make the actual money, but to create a strong foundation for your tax business that's sustainable, that's long lasting and legacy leaving. Okay, I spend time with you. The program is 5 months, so I'm not looking for anyone. Okay, I'm talking about Tax Boss Academy now, not the challenge, because the challenge is free, is $97 or $197. Okay, let me tell y'all, I love y'all. Sunset Heart Hands. $197 doesn't make or break my business. So this challenge is for y'all. This challenge is for y'all to get more of me, to get a few steps ahead of where you are now, for you to even get a chance to experience my coaching style. And if you even like me, vet me, please. Because no matter if you decide to invest in me or someone else or whatever, I'm a firm believer that you need to vet whoever you want to work with. Vet me, okay? Please do. Because I want us to be in alignment, and I want you to commit to yourself. I'm at a place in my business to where I'm not looking for quantity anymore. At one point in time I was. Now I'm looking for quality. Now I'm looking for people who are ready to commit to themselves. Just because you pay me money, that is step number one. That's step number one. We're just beginning. Now you have to commit to yourself. I'm looking for people who are ready to change their circumstances and who are serious about it. Okay? Just because you have the money doesn't mean that you're going to be welcome to the Tax Boss Academy, because it's such a vibe in there. And the community is so thick and close that I don't want any bad apples in there. I don't want anyone with no crazy mental, beliefs, coming in there, messing up everyone else's beliefs and all of that. Like, I just, I don't want that. That's not where I am in my, where I am in my stage of my career, my entrepreneurial career. And that's not what I want for my academy or my students. Okay, so I want you all to commit to yourself. I want you to make the decision that you are ready to change your circumstances, and then come holla at me, and then come see how I can help you reach your goals, right? So that's the difference. I take my time with you to make sure you understand, instead of just taking your money and half-ass teaching you. Okay, but you'll only know that if you stalk me, if you vet me. You can go down to, I created my IG page in 2016, which was like kind of late, but whatever. But I created in 2016. I've only always been talking about tax businesses. I've never been selling this or selling that or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Maybe other services in my business when I did have a credit repair arm in my business or whatnot. But, and of course, accounting, like I said, I had a tax and accounting firm, so that was it. But I've always been talking about taxes. I've been doing exactly what I'm doing now for years. I didn't just start when COVID happened because I lost my job. No, I've been doing this for years. So please vet me. Please ask any questions that you have. DM me. I do return DMs. Click the link in my bio or in the description box. Read more about the challenge. It starts next week, Monday, the 27th through March 31st, which is Friday. But if you get VIP, we get started on Sunday, the 26th. You get a bonus session with me, okay? And everyone else who signed up for VIP. You just get that extra time. And let me tell y'all, I'm going to say this and go because I have a meeting coming up. And then I have a Tax Boss Academy meeting tonight at 8, every Tuesdays at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Tax Boss Academy gets together. However, what was I about to say? I was saying how I had the meetings and, I lost it. Y'all, what I was about to say. Hey. Let me see, since I forgot what I'm saying, let me read these comments real quick. One stream is too close to no stream. Big facts. We're too expendable. Yup. Step 1, decide to try again. Yep, exactly. Fire. Thank you. Exactly. Dang, what was I about to say? I felt like I was cooking with grease too. Whatever. Click the link in my bio. Sign up for this challenge, this workshop. Definitely just get in the room. I just need you in the room so you can get access to this information, okay? I want you to have access to this information. I want you to be able to improve and enhance your circumstances. I want you to create a permanent additional stream of income. Okay, and a tax business is a great option to do just that. Okay, so I'm Tatiana Favors. I will talk to y'all later. Peace.